The issue of who is being stopped during police street checks remains a hot topic in Halifax. The chief of police was in the hot seat at a public meeting last night, and while many who were there are pleased he's listening, CTV's Kellen Sundahl says others believe it is time to stop a practice that disproportionately affects black people.
Tristan Last grew up in one of Halifax's African Nova Scotian communities. He's also grown accustomed to police stopping him.
A group of kids could be going to play basketball, but because their skin was browner than most, they would say, well, you know, what are you up to?
Police should have a reason for doing this. It must not be arbitrary.
A public meeting was held to discuss Halifax Regional Police's practice of street checks. The force released stats that show black people are 3 times more likely to be stopped. Bothered by the numbers, Dalhousie law student Angela Simmons helped organize the event.
People are still feeling traumatic effects from growing up in a city that suffers from racism.
Those impacted turned the tables on the police chief.
What can we do to repair that?
There is so much happening in the hearts of people in dealing with this issue that we can't get to the place where we're talking about more than the problem, but the solution.
I have committed to give a report to the Board of Police Commissioners on this. I'm figuring probably in the summer, if not in the fall.
Sylvia Paris is the commissioner of that board. She has suggested suspending the practice until the force can justify its actions.
We know that disproportionately we're stopping black people 3 times more. That everybody agrees is not acceptable.
Until something changes, Tristan Last says all he can do is comply.
Everybody knows it's harassment, but what are you going to do about it? That's where you're left with the question of what do I do about this?
An answer that some say is long overdue. And the police chief doesn't plan on stopping street checks until he knows more. Police have called it a useful investigative tool. And right now the force is analyzing data, and then they'll decide what to do next. Steve.
All right, thanks, Kellen.